Hey guys, welcome to the Evil Within 2. In this series we're going to go through the Nightmare difficulty. And what I do have to say about this is that this game is very solid. It definitely earns the $60 that it's currently at since it just came out not even a week ago. I really enjoyed the first one. The first one was excellent. And right now, I believe you can get it for maybe $20 to $30 on the PlayStation Store, which is definitely worth it. You can get the deluxe edition for, I want to say, $30. And that comes with the DLC, which is definitely worth it. Although I never got the chance to play the DLC back when the first game was a thing. But now that the second one has come out, I've been looking forward to this for a long time.
No, this is not happening.
So we're just gonna go ahead and try and save our daughter from the burning house.
Oh God, Lily!
So, a thing to note about this game is that I do find it a bit easier than the first one.
Damn it!
The first one was very brutal and challenging in many different
Where are you?
chapters and sections in general. This one can still be fairly challenging, but it's nowhere near as punishing as the first game.
How did this happen?
But until Assassin's Creed Origins comes out next week, this will definitely be the game to hold me over until then, which I'll more than likely cover then as well.
I'm here, Lily! I'm here!
So in this first chapter, there's really nothing too hard. It's just, navigating the house and, just kind of introducing you to some of the controls.
Where are you? I'm here! Dad's here!
You weren't here for me, Dad.
Lily! No!
You didn't save me!
Two men in black at the bar.
Kidman?
Hello, Sebastian. It's been a long time.
3 years. I've been trying to track you down for 3 years.
And you thought you'd find me at the bottom of an empty bottle.
And
Is that it?
Kidman was one of the characters in the first game,
You didn't find me because they didn't want you to.
if you didn't know.
Calm down, Sebastian.
You knew what was gonna happen in that hospital, didn't you?
What happened at Beacon is in the past. You need to forget it.
You sound just like that psychologist the Force shoved down my throat. But he didn't have answers. You do. You're gonna tell me about Mobius.
I'm here because of this.
And if you guys want to see the first game, just go ahead and let me know in the comments section. I'll be more than happy to cover it.
Where did you get this?
Lily's still alive.
Lily is dead! I read the police report! I was at her funeral!
We can rewrite history if we want to. Staging a death is child's play. Why would I come out of the shadows just to lie to you? Lily is alive, and she's with us. But she's in danger. We need you to help save her.
Save her? What have you done to her? Get your hands off me!
I was hoping you'd come willingly, Sebastian. But we don't have time for this bullshit. We need you. Lily needs you. Sebastian? You're awake.
And with that, they took us to the Mobius headquarters.
Where are we?
I don't really know too much about Mobius other than that they're
Almighty Mobius, huh?
sort of a evil organization
I
that
don't know how powerful they are.
runs the stems.
So powerful they have to kidnap a washed-up ex-cop.
I know that they started to introduce them in the DLC for the first game, but
bullshit.
again, I never got the chance to play them.
All your answers are right here.
The Beacon Mental Hospital incident was an unfortunate setback.
This is the infamous
But we
STEM
used the
machine,
knowledge gained to
but I believe this is a more updated version.
vastly improved STEM system.
Yep, there you go.
What does this have to do with my daughter?
Imagine it. Millions of minds connected together. Happiness for one is happiness for all. This machine, this miracle, will allow our species to achieve greatness. We needed to start with a mind that was pure and clean enough to support thousands of personalities. The mind of an innocent child.
You connected Lily to that machine?
Your daughter is quite special. The most stable core candidate we've ever tested. Thanks to her, the new STEM has been a smashing success. Until recently.
A little over a week ago, Lily vanished. Just stopped sending signals. Then the STEM environment began to collapse. We thought it was just a technical glitch, an easy fix, so we sent a team of Mobius agents inside. But then we lost contact with them, and STEM went dark.
Think about this, Mr. Castellanos. I am providing you an opportunity. Not only to see your daughter again, but to save her life. Something you thought you failed to do before. You can save her, or let her die. It's your choice.
And of course, Sebastian's gonna do anything he can to save his daughter, so he's gonna go back into STEM.
Good luck, Sebastian. And please, try to cooperate with any team members you might find in there. I know you don't trust us, but they have the same goals as you do.
That's all right. I'm fine by myself.
Just remember to call me the moment you find Lily, so that we can begin the extraction process. I'll be out here for you. And someone else will be in there for you. Are you ready?
I remember who I first thought of when she said that line. It ended up being who I was not expecting. It's a pretty big plot
Be careful,
twist.
Sebastian. We're counting on you. Stem entry in 3, 2, 1.
And now we go into the dark abyss that is the STEM machine. When I first saw that, I thought the TV was glitching out, but no, it's part of the game. Not now, excerpt. Join you later. Sorry. Forgot we had to move on this part. This just introduces you to the sprint button. Nothing complicated here.
I'm coming, Lily! I know it's hard to accept, Lyra, but she's gone. Our little girl is gone.
No. I'll never accept it. If you won't help me, I'll find out the truth on my own.
What the hell is this place?
Detective, we've got a call.
If you don't know much about the first game, you are going to be a bit lost with some of the characters and references to the first game.
What the?
And here we are in Sebastian's old office when he worked with KCPD.
Hello? Sebastian, are you there?
Kidman? What?
Snap out of it, Sebastian. You made it in safely. How are you feeling?
Terrible. Like the worst hangover ever.
Don't worry. It will pass once your mind has adjusted. You're in an area separate
He's
from
walking
the
a
main
bit
system right
fast.
now. That's how we're able to maintain communication with you. This
I wonder if
construct is called
if the
a
outfits
It's
that
a
I've
system
unlocked
that
in my
was formed from your
previous
own memory.
profiles will
My memories,
carry
huh?
over to this one. We'll
If
see
that's
right
the
now.
case, then where are my wife and child? This place looks like my old office at Crimson City PD.
It was your self-conscious that built it. You should ask yourself that question. Let's get down to business. We sent some information into your room. Do you see anything unfamiliar?
There are photos of a bunch of Mobius agents here. Your lost team, I assume.
That's them. Let us know if you locate any of them. You're our only line of communication into STEM. They're stuck in Union and searching for Lily too.
Union?
This STEM environment was designed to look and feel like a small town called Union.
Great. So your experts need rescuing too, huh?
If anyone can do it, it's you.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, but I'm only here to find Lily.
There's more info there. You should check it out before you go.
So I'm not going to go ahead and investigate all of these. If you select each one, it just kind of gives you a little bit of information about each of the team members, which we'll find much later. But as of right now, we're not going to worry about that. Okay, so they do carry over. I believe this one is the classic outfit that he wore in the first game, although I'm not sure how to unlock it, but I know you unlock these two from beating the game. But until I get that classic outfit, I'll be fine with this one.
A cat? I don't ever remember owning a cat. Slide projector. Where did my memory dig this up? Elementary school?
So I enjoy these little photographic slides because you go ahead and you put them into the projector there, and they just kind of shows you a little bit of a conversation between Sebastian and Kidman, and just sort of builds up their characters.
Kidman, you there?
Always.
You wouldn't have told me about Lily if your damn machine didn't go on the fritz. I would have spent the rest of my life mourning her and you wouldn't have cared.
I cared, but I couldn't say anything. They would have killed me.
I'm not sure I believe you.
Why would I lie about that?
To manipulate me. To get me to perform like a good little soldier. You've lied to me before. Our whole friendship was built on a lie.
Okay, I get it. And I don't blame you for feeling that way.
You'll never know how I feel until you've lost your family.
I never had a family to lose. Just two people who brought me into this world and treated me like a burden instead of a daughter.
Better to have loved and lost? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe. At least you had people who cared about you.
Point taken.
So yeah, you usually get a little bit of backstory for Sebastian and Kidman, which I find a bit interesting.
A mirror. Just like Beacon.
And in this game, the mirrors do make a comeback.
Just make regular doors.
And these are the save stations. Whenever I was selecting the difficulty, there was another one right under Nightmare, which was called Classic, which is the same thing as the Nightmare difficulty, except there's no autosaves, and you can only save 7 times, which I'm not really a fan of. That's just more tedious than it is difficult.
Into the looking glass.
So, I'm not really interested in doing something like that. At least not right now. So I just figured we'll go ahead and start with the Nightmare difficulty on its own. Which, this game does have some pretty interesting choices and chapters in general. The game really does pick up towards the end with the last few chapters, but we'll get to that in later videos.
Oh no.
Lily, what's wrong?
My doll's head is broke.
It's okay. Mom can fix it for you. She can fix anything.
Is that supposed to be a doll of Sebastian? I never noticed, but it kind of looks like him
What's wrong?
from his outfit in the first game.
I've got a wonderful family. An amazingly smart and beautiful wife. Why wouldn't I be alright? Come here, Mama.
You've been working too hard. It's making you delirious. Are you sure you're not coming down with something?
And so the horrors of this game begin.
Is this the right place?
This level is actually really nice. Not much happens, but it's almost entirely just pure atmosphere, which is really great. For me, at least. There's a ton of more creepy things later in the game, which we'll more than likely see at some point. Because I know that there's a sort of ghost woman that appears in scripted events, but since this game has 2 large environments, you can just easily not go to those areas, and you won't have to deal with her. But that creature is, when I first encountered it, terrified me. I found it pretty disturbing for what it was.
What the hell? That's one of the search team. Baker.
Baker was the leader of the team that they sent inside, which he's not anymore since he's dead. But with this game, it's really interesting that they made this to where whenever people are dying within this little radius of a blue force field, they're just kind of in an endless loop in slow motion. I think it looks really cool. So it's sort of like this dude's in a endless cycle of dying, which that in reality is a horrible thing, but it still looks cool. I don't remember if there's anything over here. I don't think there is. Oh, file.
Sadistic. Whoever did this must have enjoyed it.
So there's nothing here. There are no real resources to pick up. There's no ammunition or anything like that. No weapons, so like I said, this level is almost entirely just atmosphere.
Someone tried to block the way out.
Which the atmosphere in the game as a whole is normally pretty good. One of my favorite areas turns up in I want to say chapter 9, I believe, is where we first see it. In that area, for me, I instantly thought of hell. But we'll see that when we get to it, because I don't want to spoil too much. That's where we're supposed to go, this way. So the sprint in this game, compared to the first one, is a bit slower, and the stamina regeneration is really slow as well. Even with the upgraded stamina regeneration, it's still a bit slow, even though it's like an increase of like 200% or something like that. It's still fairly slow compared to the first game. But the sprinting itself does look kind of strange. Going upstairs, they improved it from the first game, because the first game, whenever you would sprint upstairs, Sebastian would just kind of waddle side to side, and it looked very strange.
Hey! Damn it!
That woman is
What's going
definitely
on
dead.
here?
Although, going back to sprint as a whole, I like the fact that they made it to where the sprint bar doesn't deplete instantaneously like it did in the first game, and how you can run for the full duration of the sprint bar as well. Because in the first game, with the last maybe 10% or so, Sebastian would start to slow down and he would get tired, and it could cause you to get in some pretty bad situations.
What was that? Shit.
And this is just giving you the basics to the stealth mechanics, which I think they did really good in this one. I'm not sure what happens if this guy sees you. I've never experienced it, but I'm not gonna find out.
Who the hell was that? Just like the search team member. I gotta find a way out of here.
You think? I don't know anybody that would want to stay in an environment like this. Here we go, into the creepy hallway.
Christ.
So apparently this particular sculpture is named Rebirth, which is very interesting, to say the least. But I think it goes to show that if you're not good with disturbing imagery, then this series won't be for you. Because this game does have some pretty unsettling things, as well as the gore and swearing. So if that kind of stuff isn't for you, then no problem, but just thought I'd give you a fair warning. And this is where the game starts to get even more creepy. And now there's more of them. And now they're all organized. Say cheese.
Shit.
And this is where the chapter is going to start picking up. There's not much more left. We're probably maybe 2/3 through. Surprise. Yeah, this particular enemy just laughs at you while it tries to brutally murder you. Not now, Devin. I'll join you later. So a thing to note is that whenever you want to vault or go through doors while you're sprinting, usually if you just hold the sprint button instead of stopping to press X, he'll just do it automatically. Because if you try to press X, he does sort of freeze for a little bit. which can get you killed if you're unlucky enough. So just be wary of that.
God damn it. What the hell is that thing?
And that mouse just got cut in half.
Oh, I don't hear it. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
And now we run for our lives. You have to match X for a bit, then you knife her in the face to escape.
Alright. What the fuck is going on here?
So the bit from the first game where you would stand still after your health got really low, so it could regenerate, does return in this as well.
And now where am I?
Medical syringe, so we're gonna go ahead and use that to heal up. Since we're not doing a no damage run or anything like that. So I have beaten the game almost twice now on survival difficulty, which I did that just so I could enjoy the game and its narrative and story and all that. So I'm not sure how it's gonna play out in terms of difficulty on this. So I'm not sure how quickly I'm gonna die or how high the enemy's awareness is or anything like that. So
What did I get myself into?
So we'll find out as we go through this together.
Kidman?
Sebastian, where have you been? We lost you.
I don't know. But it sure as hell wasn't a quaint little town. There's something bad happening in here, Kidman. Baker is dead. There's a killer running around in here, doing things that are... It's like Beacon all over again. What the fuck did you just send me into?
I don't know. We're in the dark out here. Baker was the team leader. If he's dead, that doesn't bode well for the rest of them. Keep searching around. The more info you gather, the more I'll be able to help you.
Yeah. Sure.
So as you guys know, this is being recorded on the PS4. In terms of the game running on this console, I haven't had any crashing issues or anything like that. Although I have heard that on the Xbox One there are some issues, but I haven't seen any of that in here, which is good.
Poor son of a bitch.
Although, if anything to note, there are the texture pop-ins fairly often,
It's just a small,
but
quiet town.
they don't
Yeah,
take away from the experience
too quiet.
at all.
Hello? Hey! She had to have heard me.
This is about to be
Better check it
some Resident Evil 7. Just a little forewarning for those who know.
Hello?
Green planet.
Yeah, this is pretty gross if you can't handle these things. Which, for me, this doesn't really bother me all that much, all things considered. Come on, Sebastian. And now the game puts us in control. I forgot about that dude. I believe there's some ammo up here, so we're not going to worry about him just yet. Yeah, there we go. Now that we got a little bit more ammo, we should be able to take this guy on a bit more easily. So there's nothing else in the house, so once you kill that creature, you can go ahead and move out. So it's not like the original game. Oh, that did a lot of damage. I've never seen it do that much. But then again, this is the nightmare difficulty.
Out of ammo.
Oh, you gotta be joking. Ooh, that was really close. Oh my god. They take much more of a beating in this game. Or, not in this game, but on this difficulty compared to Survivor. That was a huge increase.
Did you learn anything new?
Yeah, I did.
On Survival,
It really is like
she would have
Beacon.
died
The people
well
here are
before
turning into creatures.
than what she actually did.
What the hell
At least
happened?
3 to 4 shots
I don't know.
prior.
But it means that Lily is in more danger than just being lost.
Sebastian,
Save it, Kidman. Leave it to me. I'm gonna find her.
And I don't believe I can craft anything yet. No, I can't. So it's gonna make this upcoming section a bit interesting, since I don't have any ammo. Okay. 3 bullets. This can definitely help. And the gunpowder you can use to craft ammunition, whether it be pistol bullets, rifle, shotgun, sniper, doesn't make a difference. And you can use it to cross some bolts as well. So, but we'll see more of the crafting system in this game later.
What now?
That dude's dead. He is very dead.
Mobius members. Some of them are still alive then. Damn. But those things are everywhere. Need to get in there and squeeze that guy for info.
Gotta be careful. I didn't think she would see me. So, these are the bottles that you can use to either stun enemies if you hit them in the head, or use them as a distraction, which can really help in certain times, although I never really use them, except in one area that I can think of, and that's not until chapter 11, I think. But that's just me. But since this is the nightmare difficulty, I might use them more often. So we'll just have to wait and see. I'm gonna wait for this dude to do his little animations of patrolling, and then we're gonna wait for him to turn around. Come on. Turn around. There you go. So if I do get spotted, I don't know what I'm going to do in this situation, since I don't really have the tools to take on everybody. So I would probably end up dying. But that's really the only dude that you have to worry about if you take the route that I did. These two guys right here are basically free kills, so you don't have to worry about anything over there. I got used to the upgraded movement speed from when you were crouched on my survival profile. Since I have all of his abilities maxed out, so he moves way faster there, but we'll get to that as we start upgrading.
Shit.
No, that's not what I wanted to do, but okay. Oh, I didn't drop anything. There's something over here. I believe this is gunpowder. No. I don't want to climb the car. I just want to grab gunpowder. Can you search these? No. You're gonna have to mash X a little bit here so you can open up the door.
Oh, fuck.
And the Lost instantly teleport behind us.
Alright. Hopefully that'll hold.
Oh, it does. They never break through.
Don't come any closer!
Okay, calm down. Don't shoot. I'm not gonna hurt you. See? You can lower your gun. I'm on your side.
You're not Mobius. You might not be one of those things, but that doesn't mean you're on my side.
You're right. I don't work for Mobius, but I was sent here by them.
Have you seen what those things out there? What they can do?
Yeah, I have. Lucky for you, your partner was willing to sacrifice himself so you could escape.
He wasn't my partner. He was just a member of Union security detail. Protecting me was his job, and my job is to solve a hardware issue. Dying inside here is above my pay grade. I'm not a soldier. I'm just a technician.
I know.
Stop, or I'll shoot! No!
A soldier would have taken the safety off. I told you, we're on the same side. Let's try this again. I'm Sebastian Castellanos.
I'm O'Neill. Liam O'Neill.
So you're not Mobius, but they sent you in here?
Why?
And here we are introduced to the character of O'Neill, who's sort of gonna help us for a while on our misadventures
I'm done.
in
I'm just
Union.
gonna hold out here until extraction.
They can't extract you. Not until Lily is found.
Who's Lily?
Look, everyone is stuck in here until the
They know Lily as the core, which is why most people are gonna
You're asking me to go out
be
there
confused when he says Lily instead of the core.
This is a safe house, so I'm staying safe. Got me? But I may have a lead on the core. I detected some signals nearby that resonate at the core's frequency. We were trying to track them when we got attacked. Here, listen to this. It sounds like a little girl, right?
Quiet. Was that her? The core?
I think so. But I've been picking up all sorts of weird signals on my communicator since we got here. No way to know for sure until you track it to its source.
How do I do that?
Your communicator can pick it up too. Once you're out there, check it. You'll see. You'll probably pick up other signals while you're out there. It wouldn't hurt to follow them to find out what...
No way. The core first. It's the only way we're getting out of here.
Suit yourself.
Let's pair up our communicators. That way I can tell you if I find anything.
Yeah, okay. Can't hurt, I guess.
We'll talk to him later, but... So now we're gonna go ahead and save the game real quick. And with that being done, that is going to be the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.